Hey, I just wanted to come on here real quick and I wanted to emphasize two things for those of you who have gone through some spiritual awakening, um, a chosen vessel. Um, you may have had some kind of crazy experience spiritually and just through your awakening. And let me just emphasize this to you because I've made the mistake. Um, Keep your mouth shut, for one. Do not, if God gives you promises over your life, it's a good idea to keep those promises to yourself, not to share those with people that are real close to you um, until you feel like the Lord is directing you to do that and you're sure of it, because it'll bring out the worst in people sometimes through maybe uh, spiritual things that they're not completely aware of. It can really bring some serious attacks from family and from friends, from people around you. Uh, whether it be jealousy or just anger that they're not experiencing the same thing at that time. Not to say they won't. It's just it's you've got to have some maturity too to be able to be able to not only handle some of these things, but also to just be happy for others when they're experiencing success, and whether that be in the physical or the spiritual. It takes a lot of maturity just to be happy for others, and not resent that or uh, be jealous. Another one is just, you know, be humble. Be able to, I can't express this enough because I've wrestled with it and not even realized the attacks that I opened myself up to when I started thinking I was really something. I'm really, you can get into this self-righteousness, and this is a whatever you're receiving from God, it's a gift, okay? It's a gift from the Most High, and you've got to understand a there's just a humility we have to walk in, and I'm the world's worst. I was so prideful, and that didn't even I was just immature, okay? There's a maturity that you've got to walk into, and you see it in scripture. You see it with the story of Joseph. He told his brothers, the dream he had had, and it didn't go over so well. He got sold in slavery, and I don't know if there was some, a little bit of um, if there was some pride there. I know that we all have different things that we deal with, and you have to really look at yourself. You have to look at yourself deep. You have to look at some of the challenges you're facing, some of the trials that you're going through, and you gotta really look at yourself and saying, I looked at myself and I said, look, a lot of these traps I'm walking into, I think it's my own, my own narcissistic tendencies, my own rebellion in my own heart, and in my own mind. I'm not taking all these thoughts captive as a child of God and trying to walk in humility. I may be walking in pride and self-righteousness, and I'm destroying my relationship, you know? I may be hurting God in my stupidity. It's so hard to accept. But that's why I'm on here. Because I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. Don't do that. It's not fun. You're gonna hurt. We don't want to end up, having God humble us. I've been humbled. I know what it feels like. I know how painful it is to know that, there's a reason this is happening, and I've brought this on myself, you know? So I just come on here. I come on here to try to help, out of love. And I pray, and I hope that, I'm reaching the right people, and that this is helping somebody, you know? I know how difficult it can be when you're going through a spiritual awakening, and it can be scary, and it can be a lot of I don't think a lot of pastors and a lot of churches can deal with it uh, effectively sometimes, and and you can run into the wrong people sometimes when you're going through this stuff, and you can tell the wrong people, and it can be so discouraging. But just turn to the Lord in those moments. Don't run away. And I'm praying for you. Just keep going. Don't give up. It's there's a lot of discouragement. There's a lot of spiritual warfare, but press on. Press on.